Hello. All right. I think great. So we are continuing building our chess teaching assistant, and let me show you some of the things that I've added uh, from the last live stream. So in the last live stream, we basically, if we go, so every time we make a move, this API is called slash move, and what we did was like we were uh, the initial version of the chess teaching assistant. When white makes a move, let me, when white makes a move, um, so in our initial setup, basically we had both black and white. We were making moves for both black and white, and we were passing on the moves to the back end to decide whether it is a valid move or not, and make that move on the table. After that, what we have done is we know, like, once we make a move, we know all legal moves of black, and we were randomly choosing one move and making the uh, like and making that move. So kind of like playing with a computer, which is very dumb. Then we integrated something called as a chess engine, right? And we downloaded Stockfish. Stockfish is a chess engine which is trained to make decisions and play moves. So after integrating Stockfish, we were able to play with an actual smart computer who can like give out good moves, and like it takes only like 0.01 second. I think we specified, yeah, zero point 0.1 second. So now what we are doing is, after Stockfish makes a move, we will also use the Open AI to decide like why right now we will start with why, like, for black, why is that the best move. So we're going to pass the history of our moves and the move suggested by the engine to ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to explain why this is a good move, and if it is not a good move, what is a better move. All right. So this is a prompt that I came up with. You are an expert chess player. Help explain the reasoning behind the move played by the player, and suggest if a better move is available. Otherwise, explain why the move is good. All right. And in content, basically, what we will be doing. Will also be given. Let me break this down into multiple to make it easier to read. So now we need to pass the current state, which is a Fen notation. We also need to pass the history, moves that have been played till now, and we also want to need to pass the move that has been suggested. History, for history, this is get move history. Move history. I am not sure whether it's going to give me the first move, or it's going to give me the latest move. So we'll just see. Move history dot append. Append basically asks it. we have the move history. We'll also have the fin equals to board.fin. Uh, content needs to be like a string, so okay. So we'll so I think there's a way to like pass on uh, variables inside like Python strings. I guess it's something to do with curly braces. So I'll try this. Yeah, this curly braces is fine. So move history we're passing. So board state is we're going to do fin. And also need to pass the suggested move, which is move.cli UCI. Okay. Okay, I'll restart the server. No module named OpenAI. Makes sense. Pip install OpenAI. Okay. So why do we start? Okay, we got a network error. Okay. Okay, I think let me see OpenAI chat completion. I think this was suggested to us by like Cursor, and it is using the older version. So we just need to use the latest version. Let me see. Completions, and we have passed the model and we are passing the messages. I think that should be good. We'll just reload the page and we'll start the backend server 1 second. Should get, yeah. Now if you 7d5, which is it's printing the move, and now we are waiting for the response. This one, sure. Please provide the details of the move history, the current board state in Fen notation, and the suggestion. With this information, I can help you explain the reasoning behind the suggestion move. Okay, makes sense. Just let me. I'm looking at how do we pass the variables inside string. Okay. ChatGPT. Passing variables in Python multi-line strings. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think that's fine. Okay. And I think I just needed to use the suggested move equals to result of move. And I'm going to replace this with suggested move. And I'm also going to add if. Let me try this again. So I'm here, and now I make this move. It's making an AI call, so it takes significantly a bit longer. I think it's stuck. We need to restart the server once again. Okay. Okay. So in the given position, the move made by white was 1d4. d4. Yeah. Which is standard opening move known as queen's pawn. Move has a few main objectives: control center by advancing d pawn squares. White gains immediately control of the center. This d5 this is a natural attack because they immediately contest white's control of the center. Okay. And now okay. It's like it is going too much in depth. I think we want to keep it like a bit short. So we'll add the line. Keep the reply within a maximum words of 200. To the point. Okay. One thing else I want to do is I want to be able to see this rather than like reading it in the terminal. So what we're going to do is get game state. We're going to do not move history. Analysis. Let's call this analysis. Is going to be a string and equals to, by default it's going to be empty. Analysis equals to analysis, by by default is empty. Again game state, get game state move, and this is going to be our analysis. And on the front end, we also need to handle this, right? सेक्शन नहीं बना सकते हैं इसको भी. We'll start the backend server once more. Didn't return analysis. Why didn't return game state dot analysis, and we didn't get a response with analysis, which is weird because we did pass the parameter. Because it's like clicked on save, that's why. Okay, restart the server once again. Analysis key should be there anyhow. Game response, okay. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm gonna play. Analysis string, okay. There's no comp. Parentic object. I think that's good. Alright. Move suggested is D5. This move allows blacks to challenge white's center immediately by contesting the d4 pawn. By playing d5, black aims to open up the position and develop their pieces more effectively. But I converts to white's pawn. Directly attacks white pawn. This should be like in a better way. ChatGPT response in a better way. Yeah, because we want the like spacing and everything properly done. Right now it is good, but it's hard to read. So we're going to use React Markdown to because the response is in Markdown. Yeah, let's do that. Info import. Markdown is not defined. I just Alright, yeah, this is much more better to read, right? The Moody is strong response by D7 to D5. Yeah. Into challenge word center immediately and gain space by pushing the D pawn to D5. Black opens lines for the pieces and centralizes it, making it more difficult. Road state after D3. Counting much in terms of his some other possible options for black. Now we can actually play the game and we'll get analysis for every move that we make. Resistance for white but also allows black to advance their position in the center by capturing an image material advantage for its concept. Plus G3 and E4. Would also be strong. Instead of taking this, we could have also gone for E5 or knight to F6. Yeah. I think most probably what it is just taking the queen. Yeah. It just shows that the game has progressed through a series of Okay, so it is. I think it's not able to understand the structure properly, and there is some hallucination. The moves to show that the game has progressed through a series of pawn exchanges to offer position in the center. This move QD1. So this move is illegal as well. Okay, I think what we need to tell it is the moves are being suggested by a chess engine which will only suggest legal moves. Do not question the move suggested by the engine. Instead, I think this should work. Now the challenge. Now the problem is Poro Mini 4.1. So we're using a mini model, and maybe that is uh, that could be one of the reasons why we can use a better model, but I think this works. So basically, right now, what we're doing is we're doing kind of an opposite thing. Rather than it helping us, it is telling us why our opponent is playing the move it is playing. So we will change that in a minute. All right, and I also want to like make a variable called variable, which basically turns on the analysis part. So I don't want to do the analysis on the starting moves. I want to do the analysis at a later point. So let me see how I can do that. गेम स्टेट ये मेंटेन करके रख सकते हैं. ओके, we're not passing the game state. No, we're not passing the game state. So how is the game state being saved? In memory, I'm sure. In production user device. That makes sense. We need to pass analysis underscore on. Toggle analysis equals to async. At the post game ID toggle analysis response model toggle analysis game ID not in game resistance rate. Yes, I think games game ID is in a zone. API.js response.data में game state मिलेगी अपने को. Toggle analysis will be called to const toggle analysis. If not game ID return. Alright, so backend we're going to run. It's running. Okay, we got an error. Let's see. Is analysis on. Games game ID is analysis on. Okay, is analysis on missing? Oh yeah. And यहाँ पे भी we don't need to get the game state because board will already have is analysis on. So we're going to start this again. I think that should solve all our bugs. Board has no attribute is analysis on. Okay. Games.gameID. Okay. Game state. has no object called. So we need to update the game state. Where are we setting? So let's make an in-memory object like games. Equals to blank. Then let's make games metadata equals to blank. And what we're going to do is going to okay, top analysis. So metadata okay. Create another in-memory object to store this. Object has no non-metadata already. Okay, let's print as false. False. And let's not do this. Oh, is like, does it means to like do it like this? Yeah. And okay. Yeah, play this. It will play this. It will play this. Okay. Oh, remove the bishop. V7. Move c5. I think it's going to push this. I think we'll take this. Move is c4. Pitched. And b6. Okay, let's check. I think we push b4. b4. fast. Okay. Now, since like our game is working perfectly, unless we enable analysis, we'll not get an analysis. What we want to do is, instead of suggesting move for black, which it will do, because I wanted to suggest a move for white. So when we play a move, if we turn on analysis, it should give us a move for white. That is what we're trying to do. All right. So if we go into our main.py, yeah, this is all we need to worry about, and we need to make sure suggest a move. यहाँ पे we have set up our engine result dot engine dot play. So this is making a move. If it's black turn, make the first legal move. So it has made the move black. Now we're getting now we want suggested move for white. So I'm gonna add a comment here. After the above line of code, it's white turn. It is white's turn. Alright. Now what we're doing is, if we now ask it result.engine.play, suggest move for white. We suggest move for white result. Oh. So now we should be getting the best move for white and the reason behind it, and we'll choose whether to play it or not play it. Alright. So let me play this, let me play this, let me play this, let me play this, let me play this. Okay, and now I'll enable analysis. Maximum cost tag exceeded. Okay, maybe. App.js. This is Java. That looks good. Hmm. Failed to outline this. Okay. So after like black plays d5, I should be the move suggested is d7 d5. So d7 d5. No, we should. Okay, I think I missed something. c2 c4. Yeah. Okay, I think the variable that I'm passing is suggested move. The suggested move is equal to result or move dot UCI. Okay, I play this and enable analysis. So after I play this, we should get a reasoning. I don't know what to play next. Okay, so move is g8 to f6. Is g1 f3. Oh, got it. We are using the result object, which is the old one. What we need is suggested move for white. Okay, I think now we fix this and now it should work properly. like this kind of things happen, like when you're building applications a lot of time you miss the logic, but it's good to like debug and find your problem. All right, so I'll start by playing normally. mm, I'll put pull my push. Okay, it castled. I'll take out my bishop. I think we'll capture, and I'll put the king here. I'll take. I'll should enable analysis. Now I've enabled analysis. I'll put this. So it will take a slightly a bit longer time because it's making an API call. So I think what black has done is moved its bishop from c8 to b7 and attacking a knight. And the suggested move is e3, e4. Okay, let's move this. Okay, the suggested move is queen to c2. Okay, and the reason is by moving the queen to c2, I place it on active center file where it can control important squares and potentially see what is the. So it helps defend the knight on c3. Okay, we are protecting this knight, reinforcing white's position, reducing vulnerabilities in the center. Okay, so we'll play this. So it has avoided castling. We go to the c2 e2, c2. So position the queen to a more central and active position. Okay. So what black has done is it has pushed its pawn ahead. Now I want to push, like if I was in this position, I would have pushed this pawn to move this knight, although it doesn't do much. So what should it? E4 e5. So e4 e5. Okay, it's also suggesting the same thing. So I'll go. What black has done is move its knight to that position. We can take using the bishop f1 to d1. So we got f1. So we are moving the rook outside to make it more central. Central control, rook activation, preparation for. Okay, so black decided to take our pawn. I think we should take it by a knight, right? e3 s7, d3 s7. Okay, so first taking the knight, and then so that we have double attack on this. So what we are going to do is, okay, let's just disable analysis, do this much quicker, and then do this like a let me think. What can we do? What do we do in this position? We can move a pawn. Okay, we need analysis, and we can push this pawn right now. So we'll push this. Yeah, what I was expecting, it has moved its rook this side, and what we should do is move this knight, because after it moves its knight will get an attack on this uh, knight. So where do we move this knight is a good question. We can move it back, but there will always be attack with this bishop. We can move it here. So suggested move is e2 h5. e2 h5. Okay, moving it here. We're attacking this pawn. The reason behind it is that it puts the pressure on the h7 pawn, which leading to a double attack on the g6 square. g6 square. So on this particular square, if we move the queen here, we're putting pressure on this piece. I think it's just going to push this pawn to prevent it, but let's see. Okay, it has moved queen back. We also have this bishop, so if we move this bishop, c1 e3, c1 to e3. Okay, this bit protects our knight. Nice. I think it moved it queen back, queen to c7. Queen was on a h. Oh, queen was on b6. b6. It moved back. So you got the idea basically. Like that is how it we can like add an AI agent to analyze the position and explain the meaning behind the moves. Add more padding to this, but yeah. Okay. The next question is if I'm in a game, can I cheat? Alright, let's look. Let me go to chess.com. Okay. I'm playing with a real person right now. Yeah, okay, in a good position. Um, why not? Let's see. We can take this, but I'm nervous tapping. Let me. Oh, we should have taken that. We get this pawn. This time I'm going to try to. Oh, I didn't try to take that pawn. Can we get the fame position from chess.com? Alright, so I need a way to get the fin position. But why not just get the PGN file? I have to get. So I think bishop to b2 would have been better. Let's try that. Very good. We moved a knight to the center. That's great. Move. Okay. And I'm going to move this here. And let me see. Hmm. Hang on, so thing. No, wait. Let's save one. I knew it. Kind of a predictable move, yeah. Mm, yeah, nothing you can do, buddy. Yeah, checkmate. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. So as we see, like we're not able to get the PGN file. Uh, okay.
Hi guys, I'm Chippy Tips. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to download the replay PGN file of any chess matches fights. For example, I'm looking at this as part of share icon.
Hmm. Okay, so I don't think so. They provide the PGN file in the middle of the game, and I think the idea is to prevent people from cheating in the game. But can yeah. Interesting. So what you're saying is if I have the HTML of the page, can I write a fin for myself and then pass it? Yeah, I can, right? If I take a 10-minute game. So let's take this for example. Can I create a fin for this? Okay, all the numbers and letters are gone. Okay, let's see board now. it's going to be pretty expensive, but we're doing it for fun, right? So what I want is to be able to take, I can make a I'll be back. Let me think a bit about this. So I was thinking of like what we can add in our. Sorry. Yeah. So I was thinking like what can we do to make this even better? Like can we use it to like cheat in the game? So one way is to uh, remove the black from playing the move automatically, and like if you get black, play the move that white is playing, and it will suggest the best move for black. So basically, like you open two windows. That's the that's the easy way of doing it. The other way is what I was thinking was like imagine an agent that can take picture of this part, right? And from that image, it is able to generate the fin configuration, and using the image, you will get the fin position, and will also know whether it is a white move or black move. And once we have that, our AI should be able to suggest us the best move. Now this will not work in a 3 minute game. It definitely needs to be played done in a 10-minute game. Uh, but to cheat, you can just simply use Stockfish, right? So do we need an AI agent for that? We need an AI agent to convert to get the fin configuration. And I was thinking maybe there's a way to like get the fin configuration using the HTML structure. Uh, so for example, this piece, let's say this is bishop, square 51. So how is it coming 51? If there are 64 squares, this would be the first square, and this would be the 64th square. So how is it 51? Can't be like this. So yeah, p subset 63. So it's 63. So I'm not sure. So we did achieve our initial objective of getting an AI assistant that teaches us like what moves to play and why it is the best move. And given that, we can actually win, I guess. Now there are two tangents I can go into. One is making two AI agents play. That would be fun to see. Yeah, I think that would be pretty fun to see. Um, and the other would be to be able to cheat in a chess match. So I'll stop the stream right now. I'll think about it, and then we start the stream from that point, right?